Hello everybody and welcome back to another unboxing video. Today it's a big one and the guilty party in this decision is not me. It's the Black Friday discount. And yeah, the discount was really nice. And so I got myself a new laptop. As you can see, it's Dell. Let's open. And this is it, the black box, the magic box. Let's remove. Oh, isn't it nice to remove all the wrapping? Here it is, the black box, just a minimal design, Dell, nothing else. Yeah, I really like it. There it is, the new XPS 15. So I already have an XPS laptop, but it's 13, and so the size is the 13-inch screen, and also it's 7 years old. It's still a nice laptop, but it's mostly for office tasks, so like just basic stuff that you do usually, like browsing, maybe some Word text editing or something like that. This one is a bit better, a bit bigger, so the specs are better. This one has, so we'll start with the processor. It's Intel i9. Then we have here 32 gigs of RAM. Then we have 4 gigs of NVIDIA video RAM, and it's a 1 terabyte SSD. And as you can see, it's nicely wrapped in this plastic packaging. Okay, so here, just kind of slide it out, and voila. So there it is, a bigger brother to my XPS 13, so the new XPS 15. Yay! It's been 7 years that I've used my old XPS 13, and I'm super happy. Like, this is the best laptop that I've ever used. And this is how it looks like inside. As you can see, it has this nice carbon design on top, really ginormous trackpad, and also it's glass, so you can really feel the difference when it's plastic or glass. And like, this is the best one I've ever used. Also, compared to other Dell laptops, this is the best one. Also, the keyboard feels amazing, and there are, of course, speakers. What else? Then, let's see, what else on the back? So on the back you have just the grill for airflow, I'm guessing, and the XPS branding. And it's just, in general, just an aluminum design, so they use just really nice materials in this series. And yeah, I really like it. So we have here the Kensington lock key, and then also the USB-C port. So now most of the new laptops, they have only very minimal ports. So here we have just the 2 USB-C on this side and 1 USB-C on this side. And luckily there is still an SD card reader and the 3.5 millimeters audio jack. And why I say luckily, because for example the new XPS 13, it has only the USB-C ports, but no SD card reader and no audio jack, so that was a big no-no for me. And also the XPS 13, it has only integrated video RAM, so it's already coming from Intel, and this one has separate NVIDIA video RAM. Here, let's see what we have else. There's a little box with some paperwork, safety and regulatory information. And then this is just nothing, right? Yeah. Then next little box, actually it's just a cover, and here we have a little thingy which is, oh, that's actually nice. So it comes apparently with a USB-C to HDMI and the regular USB, which was probably B, I'm guessing. So the A should be that, or is it the A? Or is it the B? Yeah, anyway, one of them. Basically you just can use then the regular USB cables that you still probably have around, because the Type-C is, well, not a new thing, but it started spreading just over the last couple of years. And then you have the adapter, so the charging block, and it's also USB Type-C. So basically you could charge also your devices like phones, cameras, etc. Most of the things are now USB Type-C. And also European Union, they recently decided that starting from, if I'm not mistaken, 2024, all devices have to have the USB Type-C ports. So for example, iPhones, they have the Lightning ports. That's not going to be cool. So that has to change. And we will all have the same cable, so the same ports, and we will all be able to charge our devices. So for example, I already have the phone with the Type-C, my tablet with the Type-C, even my older XPS 13 has both the regular old school charger, like with a specific kind of port, but also with Type-C, I can charge it, for example. So that's already working there, even though it's 7 years old. And now it's just Type-C, nothing else. And it's, yeah, basically it consists from this cable together with the adapter block. And yeah, then the other part of the cable, you kind of connect it together, and that's how you can charge your laptop. And yeah, the battery, speaking of it, it should be lasting for as long as like 9-10 hours, if I'm not mistaken. Depends, of course, what you're doing. So if you're like working just some office work, or you're like editing, maybe watching some movies, so like depends what you're doing, but it should be a very long-lasting power inside. And this charging block is 130 watts, so it is pretty strong, so it should also be charging really quickly. And that's good, because I love working from the couch or from the balcony when the weather is nice, so I hate being tied to one place when I am doing some work on the laptop. Okay, so now I also took out my XPS 13 just to show you the difference. And there you go, the 15 and the 13 size difference. And also there is a slight difference now in color, so you can see, I hope you can see that the older one is a bit darker and the younger one is a bit lighter aluminum. Also on the back there is a slight change, so if you turn around, and there you go, there was this still plasticky part on the back, and now there isn't. Now it's all aluminum. Also you can better see now the grill, so hopefully also the cooling works better. Now let's open them. So now that we have them open, let's have a closer look. So as you can see, well, the size of course is different, and then inside the layout is a bit different. So the 7-year-old XPS 13 had still the power button here separate on the side. On the new one, it's now here. Also, the 13 doesn't have space for the speakers to be on the top part. The speakers are here on the side. And apart from that, it still had also these carbon fiber optics. I think it's actually is real carbon fiber. And here is the same still, smaller sized glass touchpad, and well, the same keyboard. So really nice keyboard, I love it. And yeah, it feels still the same. This is actually my absolute favorite type of keyboard. I have used quite a few. I have used Lenovo, Asus, other Dell laptops, and yeah, a bunch of other things. I also used to have Sony laptop when they used to make them. Okay, so apparently it was out of power, so now that it's plugged in, it's turning on. Okay, so now that I have added my personal info, let's continue. Just a moment. Getting things ready for you. Thank you very much. This might take a few minutes. Don't turn off your PC. Okay. Okay, so while we're waiting for it to set up the last things, let me tell you another difference between the two. So the 7-year-old XPS 13 and a brand new XPS 15. So one of the main things that I really disliked about it, even though I still find it's an amazing laptop, that the camera, so the webcam, is positioned here. So in the bottom left-hand side corner, and it makes you look terrible on all your video calls. So it's like this, you know, chin nose kind of cam from one side, so it's like you kind of look like this something. And yeah, it also feels like you're talking to people, you know, looking from above. It's really not cool. And the new one, of course, it has already the camera built in on the top part in the middle, which is how it should be, of course. And also it has the face recognition and all these fancy sensors that most of the laptops have right now. And also the difference here was, it's probably already dead, the difference here that there is this bar still, like you see this bottom part, it was still here on the screen, and here it's been removed. So basically you just get screen, the bezels are super thin, they were already super thin here, and well, I'm really happy that they are still super thin here, and also just like it makes your laptop kind of really compact in size and really portable. That's why you have this kind of portable device, right? Another thing is that the screen is actually touch screen, and also I had it already here, so I really love it. So like I could, you know, open stuff like check the weather just using my fingers. So the same here. Well, let's say open the same weather. Here we have the weather here and the weather here, and yeah, the same forecast. That's nice. And yeah, that's how it works. So basically it is a touchscreen, and if you get a special stylus from Dell, then you can also use it as a maybe drawing device as well. It's up to you. The only thing is that it doesn't open fully, so this is the max and this is the max here too, so it's remained on the same level. So you can just flip it over and use it as a touch screen kind of laptop tablet thingy. And yeah, so now we are back to this giant trackpad, which I really love, and it's still the same nice glass quality. Yeah, the same nice quality, everything feels the same, just better. And it is, I think it's even more thin now. At least it feels this way, that it's even thinner, which is super cool. And yeah, so this is how it looks like. The screen, both of the screens are 3K plus, so it's Ultra HD plus. So my good old XPS 13 has done a great job, and I am really happy to have had it as my great supporter during my study years. I wrote my bachelor thesis on it. I started my editing journey on it, but unfortunately now it's not powerful enough. My priorities changed, so now I needed an update. And thanks to the Black Friday discount, I was able to just go for it and stop postponing. So there we go. An upgraded Dell XPS 15 coming into my life today. Super excited. Stay tuned. I will share my experience later after I've used it, also for some video and photo editing. So let's see how it behaves there. That's it. Bye.